Hi everyone, it's Al. About 6 months ago, I thought it was a good idea to use these seals that you can get around the bath, the sticky type, and mastic it in and then cover it with those. I did think that was a good idea at the time. I've now changed my mind. I'm going to show you the one around the bath of mine at the moment, and you'll see what's happened where we've had used baths and exactly what's happened to the strip. If I turn the camera around, you'll see that the strip is just lifted and come away. It's bowed, it's gone up here, it's straight at that part there, and generally a bit of a mess. So what I'm going to do is take that off, and yes, it's back to good old mastic. I'm going to take it off, clean it all off first of all, so it's nice and clean, ready for the mastic to go. Now, one other thing about mastics is I don't like using them at all, but I have realised there's a big difference between the mould resistant ones and the White for Life ones, which I've started using. I used a White for Life one 6 months ago and it's still pretty white, it stayed, whereas the general purpose ones are really diabolical. Now, there's a couple here. You can see the general purpose one there, and that's sort of £1 in a pound shop. It's just general purpose for anything really, and it does say mould resistant. There it is there, mould resistant, but that's all it is. Now the other one, this is a lot more money. It's made by Evo-Stik, White for Life, shower, bathroom. And that's the other thing as well, the other clue, make sure it's a shower and bathroom. And it says it stops mould. So that's a good indication it's good, and it's got a lifetime guarantee, and it won't stain black or yellow. Now, I don't know if that's going to be the case for good. I doubt it, because I've realised that the other thing you should have in your bathroom is plenty of ventilation. So when you've had a shower or a bath, open your window, okay, get it open and let the steam out. Or in my case, another thing I did was I actually went and had a vent fitted. I fitted that one up there in the corner of my shower, and there's my shower, so that goes on with a switch. And every time I use a shower, even in the winter, because you don't want to open the windows then, it's a bit chilly, isn't it? It sucks all of the steam and moisture out of the air. And that's the thing, moisture is the thing that brings you the mould. That's what gives you the mouldy mastic. So another good clue, not only a really good mastic like this one, not that one, this one, okay, the Evo-Stik one, get a really good one, pay a bit of money out for it, and you will get it back in just rewards in the fact that you won't get any mould back, hopefully, in your bathroom. And ventilation is the other key. So what I'm going to do now is first of all, I'm going to fill this bath with water. Because I want this bath to sink down to its lowest level before I mastic it. Then I'm going to mastic it, and then I'm going to wait till the mastic's gone before I let the water out of the bath. But before I even fill the bath with water, the first thing I do is take this strip off here and clean up all the sticky remains that are there. Okay, so we'll get on that one first. Righto everyone, speed up the process. I've jumped in the bath with my shorts on while it's filling, so I can get it all scraped out. And as you can see, it makes quite a mess of the bath water, but doing it that way, but you do get there quicker, because it took me the same amount of time it took for the bath to fill to scrape all the muck out. I've scraped it all out now, and now you can see exactly how much gap there is, because now the bath's got water in it, and if I'm standing here, it's even more, a little tiny bit more of a gap. You can see quite how much that gap is right around there, and we're going to fill that with mastic now. Now there's a couple of ways you can do this. A couple of people say use masking tape, which you can do along the edge of the bath and along the edge of the tile, and then just fill it with mastic, wait for it to go, and take the masking tape off. I don't prefer that way. I prefer just do it in as thin as possible and use the wet finger method, and that's the method I've always used, and that's what I'm going to do now. So we'll get our mastic gun ready. Okay, then I'm going to start from this corner. I like the tube end to be thin as possible. Okay, start squeezing the trigger and you'll see it start to emerge. Do it nice and thin and steady. A nice steady line like that along the tile edge of the bath. And you should be okay. So we'll keep that going. Okay, some people ask me, they say, so what's the wet finger method, Al? Well, get your finger and either wet it with your tongue, or I've got a load of bath water here, so I'm just going to wet it like that. Wet your finger and put it to the mastic and just draw it along the mastic, like so, straight and clean. Okay, if there's any little holes still left, like we have over there, we've got a little one just there, we'll just put a little tiny bit in there to fill that through. Okay, and it's not quite gone in that corner there, so we're going to have a tiny bit in there as well. Okay, so we'll do that next. Okay, so I'm just going to, well, there's tiny bits where they're not quite, that corner there is not quite all gone in. Just do a little dab there. It's quite simple. Do this corner that hasn't quite gone. That corner still wants a little bit in there, I think. No, it's not too bad now. We're getting there now. And just carry on as I've shown you. Well, there we are. We have a bit of mastic right round the bath now, and as you can see, tons better job. And as long as it stays white, that's our only complaint, isn't it, really, about mastics. So I'm pretty confident with this really good quality mastic that this may well stay white. I'm going to keep the place ventilated, and I'm also going to keep that fan going through the winter, make sure we get no condensation, get rid of it as quickly as we can, and keep this mastic nice and white. This is the stuff that I've took off, and you can see it made quite a rotten mess, you know. And it's been hell getting it off, which is why I just got in the bath with it and my shorts and scraped it all off. It's all gone in the bath, made the water a right mucky mess. But now the important thing is, don't let the bath water out yet, okay? Give it the recommended time for that mastic to go, and you'll look on it, it will stay on the tube how much time to get it. And once that time's up, then you can take the plug out and let the water go. The mastic then should just flex to the new height as it pings up, and you shouldn't get any cracks when you use the bath in future, because the mastic should be elastic enough to allow that to happen without cracking. Okay, and that again means you need a good quality mastic. So that's about it from me. Obviously, if you've got a really big gap down the back of the bath, then you probably will have to use seals, but use a better one, that one, than I've used. But mastic it first, really fill up the gap first. Don't rely on just a rubber seal, because you can get really wide seals like this that are in a curve that will go on the back of your bath. If you've got a gap that's too big to fill, you're not confident about it being, solid enough, then get a nice big round seal on top of the mastic once you've done it. Okay, then that's just purely to looks, because once you've got mastic that is too wide, it just looks quite horrible. Okay, so that's about it from me, and that's really how to mastic round your bath and to get it back white as it was before when you first did it. Okay, thanks very much for watching all my videos. You know where to go, Darren33. Thanks for watching.